So now that you have gone through all the heavy lifting, let's have some fun and figure out how to organize your employee handbook. After all, good order is the foundation of all things. By having your handbook in order, you will be building a very strong. In this section, we are going to talk about the pros and cons of having a paper handbook, a digital version, and the ways to move from a paper version to a digital version. There are many things to consider as you're. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, not the goal. That's how you need to look at creating an employee handbook. An employee handbook needs to be a living document. It will change often, and it still must be reflective of the company's mission, vision, culture, and values. So, the pros and cons of using a paper employee handbook. The pros are it can be accessed on site. You can hand it to your employees and collect an acknowledgement immediately upon onboarding. The cons of using a paper version: it can be cost prohibitive and it uses resources unnecessarily. Also, it's more difficult to share updates with everyone in the organization, especially if you have employees that are in multiple locations or around the world. There are several different ways that you can present your employee handbook when using a paper version. These are: offer copies to those who prefer a hard copy, present it in an enticing way, get creative with the way that you present it, retain printed copies on site for employees to access, and decide if the organization will transition to using a digital-only version of the employee handbook. In the next steps, we're going to talk about using a digital employee handbook and what the pros and cons are of that. This will guide you through making the decision about which format to use, how to use it, and how to organize either version.